like.
I mean that like quote unquote meat. Oh, dude, it's terrifying. It literally
you mean hide under the desk and watch its tail drag by in front of you?
I don't even mind. I watch scary movies, and 99% of them, like, yeah, okay, whatever. But this game, like, between the atmosphere, that it was perfectly done. You couldn't ask
for it. The first
for
introduction?
Was it you?
Is it the first time you see it?
Yes, me. Hi.
Yeah, the first time you see the alien, they did that very well. Like, it was, should I run? I think I should run. What the fuck?
The first time I saw it, no.
Make too much noise.
Okay, honestly,
you gotta hide like a little bitch, and you better hide, like, cause you are in that situation. He's like, I know my place.
My experience the first time meeting the alien was probably the most like BS. Basically, I'm just walking through the level. I get to the end of the level, it's like, oh, here's the train car. I'm like, oh, okay, here's the train car to leave the level, okay. Let me just look around, see if there's anything in this level. All of a sudden, this heavy bass starts playing, and it's vibrating my headphones like crazy. I've never felt that before. And I was like,
running at you.
What is going on? What is the alien around? I don't see anything. There's no alien, nothing. I, like, get into the train can, turn around, and there the alien is as the doors close to the train. And I was like, what?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That first time it kills the guy in the vent. Spoilers, close your eyes.
My eyes? Alright, hold on.
Close your eyes, cover your ears. What, you know what I meant. And then the fucking thing goes at you, and you gotta, like, get in the train car, and you press the button, things fucking coming out. Oh, that's scary as shit. Because you know what makes it fucking scary? Is because they grew some fucking balls. And what I mean by that is that, you know, if you fucked up, if you got killed, there's no F5 quick save. You had to go back like X amount of time. Obviously, it's not as you know, like obviously dying in real life or anything close to that. But like if you're like, shit, I haven't saved in 25 minutes. You're like, if I really like, it made it a real consequence. And that's something that is missing from today's games. And it brought the drama, it brings the fucking heartbeat, the cold sweat, when this fucking thing is running at you, boom, 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 boom,
even better than
and you're like, no!
And it learns from you, it evolves with you. If you're using the motion sensor, it learns to listen for it. You use the noisemakers to distract it, it learns, that's a distraction, I'm gonna go where it came from, and it follows you back.
Is that true? I never heard that.
Yeah, if you make noisemakers, at the beginning of the game, they work great. But the more you use it, the smarter the alien becomes.
Fuck that shit!
If you use the motion detector, and you're hiding and you're waiting for it to go away, first, yeah, it'll just ignore you. But after you have the motion detector around it too much, it learns to listen for it. So when you pull it up, it'll stop, turn around, and come back to where you were in the locker.
You climb into the locker, yeah, and it'll start sneaking at the front of the vent, and you gotta time it, hold your breath, and pull yourself back, and you gotta do it the right timing, because if you breathe out, it'll fucking hear you and fucking thing, murder you. It's awesome.
Wait, like your microphone? Like if you're playing?
Yeah, it can listen to your
microphone. Not your microphone.
That was the thing as well. People would chat and it makes noise in the game. And yes, everyone can hear that.
So if you're Twitch,
I tried to get it to work in VR, which would have been absolutely terrifying. I don't know why. Maybe I like punishment.
I don't know
but I couldn't even imagine.
My school does, and I totally got it to work. It was really cool.
No, everything I got to work with that game, dude, to give me like motion sickness like a motherfucker. It was unplayable. So if you got it to work, please show me how. But I could only imagine the way that would be in fucking VR, dude. Like, we're literally like, if something scares you, like the cheesiest jump scare is like on a movie is like, fucking bullshit, you know, whenever you sit there, you know, it makes no difference. But in VR, like it literally looks like it's in your face. So I can only imagine this game if it was like that. Oh my god.
Have you played Outlast?
No.
Outlast is also as terrifying as Alien Isolation.
I can
beat
that game in 3 minutes.
Yes.
What is Outlast? I'm a Google.
You're stuck in a.
Hold on. Let me give Chris the Yugi review of Outlast.
Uh-oh.
I'm listening.
So, Chris, Have
Yes.
you ever wondered what it'd be like to see life through a night vision camera 24/7? And if you take that night vision camera away
All
from
the
your
time.
eyes or let the batteries die, you're in pitch black fucking darkness as this giant pig-like monster chases you and tries to rape your asshole.
In an abandoned mental hospital.
And there's also
That
these
apparently
two,
is not so abandoned.
and there's also these two twins that are naked and like to chase you. Or you can talk to the nice transvestite who likes to cut your genitals off so that he can make you into a beautiful woman.
Wait, you get your genitals cut off too? I know he cuts off your finger.
No. They try to cut off your genitals.
Well, this reminds me of 4th grade.
'Cause, like, I got to the part in Outlast where you actually get your your fingers cut off. I guess it's a spoiler, but
Is this really? I'm watching a YouTube video. I'm skipping through it, but this looks interesting. Yeah, I'll try this out. Okay, I'm digging it.
It's a very interesting and horrifying. Like, if you liked Alien Isolation, you'll like.
I like horror games, absolutely. Yeah.
But Medic, one of the reasons Chris brings up watching me play horror games and loving the fact that I do it is I played Fear 1 because a very kind viewer bought it for me because I said I hate horror games. I'm not scared of horror movies, haunted houses, nothing in real life will really scare me. A game, however, for some reason terrifies the shit out of me.
Not for
Oh,
some
you're
reason.
worth it,
It's
right?
because it's a superior
I gotta get it for you.
fucking
I gotta get it for you. If I buy it, you gotta play it.
interacting with it.
Right?
It's technically one of my stream rules, so yeah, I would.
Okay, there's a game called Layers of Fear.
this thing can fly. What is this? I've never seen.
Hold on, before we talk about Layers
Oh,
of
God,
Fear,
it's
Medic, the reason Chris mentions this is because 5 minutes into playing Fear 1, my character kicked a bucket by mistake without me realizing. I cried, spammed my hand over the keyboard, and accidentally turned off my computer by doing that. 5 minutes into Fear 1.
I remember I had a friend who was playing Amnesia, and he threw a chair. Like, he picked up a chair and he threw it, and it bounced, and then it flew by his face, and he jumped right out of his chair.
You guys,
didn't realize
again,
it was-
I hate to sound like a broken record, but you need to, number one, play Alien Isolation if you're going to play something on a 2D screen. And that's the scariest thing I've played fucking in forever. But that being said,
I gotta finish here. I
if
gotta
you want to
keep
get into a VR horror experience, I literally screamed like a little girl, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Just yeah. Well, after you feel me on this.
So what?
Horror games on the Oculus.
I haven't actually played it. I don't like horror games.
Oh.
Get the shit out of me. I can't play that.
Oh, I spook
Yeah.
way too easily. Just watching my brother play, I forget what this was,
Spooky as shit.
Silent Hill or something like that. Dude, that freaked me out. I couldn't be in the same room with
Right,
him
yeah.
whenever. I spook way too easy.
When you feel like you're actually there, I played this game. It's a demo. It's just with this doll, and this doll, it's sitting on this fucking shelf, and I must have spent at least 3-4 minutes just looking at it, don't you fucking move! Don't you move! I swear to God. This was nuts, lightning and thunder, and don't you fucking move. In order to progress the story, you gotta turn around, so you turn around, I was like, this book eventually, I turn around, the doll's going, I'm like, you motherfucker! It's so, dude, I can't even describe to you.
Making it through Amnesia, I think, is one of my accomplishments for horror games.
Amnesia is like the most fucking terrifying game I've ever played.
Really? Amnesia is the only horror game that I played through and had legitimate fun and never screamed.
No, Amnesia scared the shit out of me.
The second
Amnesia's
one,
the only
Machine
horror game
for
I
Pigs
actually sat there and was like-
wasn't as good.
No, but Amnesia I had pure fun in. I didn't find any horror in that game at all.
It's supposed to be psychologically thrilling, which is a good thing. It needs to have some of that too.
Good.
I was gonna say the new, for instance, the new It movie they're making. They want the original director want to have a much more of a psychological vibe and this and that, a scary thing, which they need. But they really were like, no, we want more jump scares. And the fucking director quit and like, no, I don't want a jump scare. My thing is that you don't see the monster. The scariest parts of the movie is the whole thing is when you don't see the monster. The jump scares are good. It's just, but you got to do it right. There should be like a psychological, build up, jump scares, still mystery. There's a formula to this. It really is. But hey, if that was relevant to what you're talking about, whatever. But carry it.
So what you're basically saying is I'm so psychologically unstable that the psychological games don't affect me.
No, what I'm trying to say is that
That's what I'm saying.
there's a method.
29.
It's possible.
This is a laugh. Can you hear that laugh and not think that?
That's not a laugh you want to hear like in a fun house.
No, that's the laugh you hear like when you just...
Speaking of Funhouse,
Yeah, exactly. When you walk to a fun house and you know you're about to die.
You
That's
wake
what
up
laugh that says
before
you're
it.
about to die.
speaking of Funhouse, I get to be an
wake up
actor for a haunted
before
house again.
Did you do that, dude? Oh, dude, there's a really good one by me called the Haunted House Hayride, which is one of the biggest ones like in the Northeast. And some of those actors, that seems like a fun job, sort of, I guess.
It is the greatest job that I've ever had when I did it.
So I'm gonna relinquish. Tell me, please, from beginning to end, spare no detail. Tell me
About what, the
this
haunted
job.
house?
No, tell me about the haunted house. Your experience, everything. Tell me about
Alright,
what it's like.
so
to...
the hiring process, they brought you to the fairgrounds and you sat in the gigantic bleachers for the stadium where they did all their music festivals and things like that. And they had 6 directors up on top of the stage. 2 of them were your basic office workers, and the other 4 were in costume. It's like middle of September, and they're already doing hiring and recruitment for the haunted house. But they're in full costume. It's like 90 degrees outside in Florida weather.
Costume. What is costume?
We had like a lumberjack and country haunted house. We had a clown haunted house. We had the killer fairy haunted house. I don't remember the other one. I don't even think it had a theme. I think it was more of just your like basic creepy stuff. But I had a full thick beard at the time. I was like 14. I had the full thick beard. And for the haunted house, you're allowed to work there if you're under the age of 16 as long as you had like a parent sign for you. So I had my grandmother sign for me at the recruition so that I could walk in and kind of sit down with them and see what it was all about. I didn't expect to get the job. Sitting there with a full thick beard, and the lumberjack guy looks at me and goes, "I want you." So I was like, all right. So I stand up and walk to the stage, and they're sitting there looking at everybody, asking them questions, picking out the people that they want. And then everyone who wasn't picked, they apologize to and send them home. And then you go back into the bleachers and you sit down again, and they start asking you more questions. Lumberjack guy gets me. He's like, "Do you have any weird talents that may be useful for the haunted house?" I'm like, "Well, I'm good at making different voices and being, in general, creepy." And he's like, "All right, what kind of voices can you do?" I'm like, most of my voices are high-pitched. At that point in time, the clown guy looks at me and goes, "I want him instead." So I start talking with the clown director, and he's trying to see where I'm going to get situated, and he's listening to the different voices that I can do. And he finally says, "All right, you're going to be the killer clown doll that lives in the little girl's closet." So I was like, all right, whatever. And then he sends us home. Come back the next day for kind of like the walkthrough of the haunted house and see what you're going to be doing and see what your outfit's going to be and see what makeup you have to do. Now this is at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon that they call you in. And I'm walking through the haunted house, and at first you have to go through kind of like a junkyard where the clown mechanic is, and then you take a right into the execution room where all the torture happens. Then you turn around the corner into like, it's kind of where they try to narrow you into a line, but there's a trap door that's hidden and painted pitch black that I stand behind, and I pull the cord and it drops this trap door and it slams into the ground with ridiculous force. And I scream out the trap door and scare everybody in that line, and then they go through the kitchen, come out the kitchen, go back into the doll's room where I have another curtain that leads outside of the closet. So I basically scare these people twice. To cut training short, you get through the training, they teach you what you're gonna do. Makeup is fucking ridiculous because you have to get there like 3 to 4 hours in advance to get your makeup settled. And once that's all done, you head into your haunted house. They warn you when they're recruiting you, you will get punched in the face. You will get kicked. You will get hurt. Your job, or part of your job as an actor here, will be to decide whether or not it was on purpose, like if they did it intentionally, or if they're just being an asshole. If they're being an asshole, don't confront them, don't try to fight them, don't be fucking stupid. You're one person in a haunted house against an entire line if you try to fight them. So, knowing this information, if you can't take it, leave. A few people got up and left. I'm like, alright, whatever, I'll get hit, whatever. But my favorite story throughout this entire haunted house was this girl's walking through with a drink in her hand. I'm assuming it was beer because that's the only explanation I can come up with the way she acted. But I drop my trap door and reach out and I'm like, how you doing today? She falls over from the noise of the trap door and sees me sitting there with my arms out, and her pants turn a little bit of a darker blue.
Yeah.
This woman had blatantly pissed herself with her boyfriend standing behind her trying to hold her up. She continues through past me to the kitchen area where she's in tears, she's terrified, she's crying, and there's a body laying on the table. It's like a medical doll, so it's anatomically correct, guts and everything. And my coworker's sitting there pulling the guts out of this doll and like shoving them in his face. She's absolutely mortified, paying attention to him, and I kind of sneak around the corner and I get real close to her ear and I'm like, do you want to play too? Again, absolutely fucking terrified, turns to her boyfriend and is like shoving her face into his chest so hard I thought he was gonna fall over. I run around the corner and hide back inside my closet before I realize, wait a minute, maybe I can get her one more time. So I run over to where my coworker hides and I start like rocking back and forth like a mannequin on a spring would do. And you can't see any of my flesh, so you can't tell if I was human or not. I'm sitting there rocking back and forth, and she sees me as she comes around the corner and stares directly at me, still crying. And her boyfriend's like, no, he's fake. And he walks over to me, and my female coworker jumps over her playhouse, scares the shit out of him, to the point where he falls over onto her bed. The girlfriend screams and runs back into the kitchen, where my coworker is standing there with guts in his like mouth, hanging from his mouth. Turns around again and starts to run towards her boyfriend on the bed, where he's kind of finally standing up. He walks over to me and flicks me in the forehead. He's like, look, see, he's fake. So he continues to walk past her, leaving the girlfriend behind. Worst fucking idea you can ever do to a poor girl in a haunted house. She starts to walk past me, and she's going real slow, checking the corners. I lean as close as I possibly could to her, to where she could probably feel my breath against her neck. And I'm like, don't worry, doll. You'll join me soon. She fell over onto the ground and just laid there crying hysterically. Her boyfriend finally came back and picked her up and asked me if there was a door that he could use because she was not making it through the rest of this. That is the proudest moment I have at that entire haunted house. That and making a police officer scream like a little girl.
Well, bravo, I guess, for...
Then again, you get the shitty moments where you had somebody shit inside the fountain.
Well, okay, I want to hear about the shit inside the fountain, but I also want to ask you, like, okay, so what... If there's a final altercation, you mentioned this earlier, like, what is the procedure here? Okay, so...
If somebody, like, hits you and you know it's they're being an asshole?
Or either or, yeah. Well, what okay. Expand on that?
Go ahead.
No, you go.
If it's an accident and you get hurt...
Yeah, go ahead. I just wanted somebody to check my screen to see if I actually have 1080p right now. I'm doing some quality testing.
Hit me with a link in Discord, and I'll look at it while I talk.
I put it already in Discord.
I see it. No, that's a YouTube.
Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube Gaming right now. I'm just trying different settings. So I'm gonna do it on YouTube Gaming, then I switch to Twitch.
Volop, are you here? You need to try some fucking horror games.
I'm here. What horror games?
On VR. Horror games, dude. You need to. You need to.
I'm waiting to get like either the one with the either the VR.
Okay, well, one thing really quick before anybody else says anything else, because if anybody ever tunes into his stream, they're going to be deafened by Chris talking. You really need to turn down Discord sound on your stream.
Me?
No, Medic. Like, I had the sound on for a second, and Chris's voice just deafened me.
I can turn down mine too.
There.
Back into your little hidey hole and sit there for a minute, regather yourself, and go back to what you were doing. But if you notice an asshole who's doing it on purpose, the procedure is to step into the back of the line and follow them out. Do not try to like altercate with them. Do not try to talk to them. Nothing. At the end of your there will be one of the 6 directors standing there, because all haunted houses dumped out at the same point. One of the directors would be standing there. You would point to the individual. A cop will literally appear out of nowhere and stop the individual in their tracks and kind of look at you one more time. And if you nod yes, they're placed in handcuffs right there. No questions asked. And they're escorted back to the main room, and the director will pull you aside and kind of ask for stuff what happened. I only had to do this to 2 people who were being assholes. But I got hit in the face 12 times, kicked in the nuts 6 times, my finger stepped on 3 times, and the back of my head kicked 3 times. But out of all of those times, only 2 of the people did it on purpose.
Alright, check it now. I think it should be better.
What? That's pretty badass, dude, actually. But,
yeah, your sound's good. And the stream's good quality. Good.
No, so, like, it's out of fear, I get it. You know, you jump out, and it's a natural reaction. Okay. I get it. You're scaring the fuck out of people. You know, mortal danger. But the couple people who were just, you felt like being like assholes, or just, I get it. So two assholes basically out of 12.
Here's what the assholes did that you immediately were like, okay, you're being an asshole. We had the worst one that I dealt with, since there was only 2, was one of it was a male who was obviously a little bit on the tipsy side, but he pushed my coworker after my coworker jumped out of the corner. So originally I'm thinking, okay, that was a mistake.
Don't do that. Yeah.
I scared him, and he kind of like did the same thing to me. Again, I'm like, okay, it might be a mistake. He's tipsy. But then he walks around to the corner where my female coworker is, and she jumps out. And instead of pushing her, he grabs her tits and squeezes. She looks at me, and I swear to God, if I didn't like nod to her or do something, she would have slaughtered him right there, and we would have had a real body in a haunted house. But I kind of like nodded to her and followed him out, and he did it to like a few other people. But I got to the end, and I kind of pointed to him. The cops pulled him aside and asked me questions, asked my coworkers questions. In the end, I found out he was charged with sexual assault of a minor, assault, and trespassing.
Sexual assault of a minor does not sound good on a resume.
My coworker was 17.
Oh, well, you fucked up.
He fucked up bad.
That's like it.
Yeah, that's good.
The cops, yeah, the cops don't fuck around when you do shit to the haunted house. They don't fuck around. Just like we had, alright, so the other girl was this really tall black girl who was in, I will never forget this, she was in an all zebra print. Her pants were zebra, her shirt was zebra, her bag was zebra, everything was zebra.
Jeez, no reason to get all racist about it.
I'm not, but anyway, she did the same thing the guy did, where she would push people into a wall, and at one point she actually punched one of my coworkers and then was laughing about it with the other chick who was with her. Followed her out, she ended up getting charged with assault, battery, and trespassing.
Some people are just so fucking stupid. Like, it's the
welcome
same
to humanity.
Show. Yeah. Except for some people go to a movie you can't fuck up, or people go to understand that people are acting there, or play, or a stand-up, comedy show, or need to fucking participate, comment, or this and that.
Is there a way I can confirm that my YouTube is mature audiences? Because I know my Twitch is.
You're breaking up really bad on Discord.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
What are you doing, Medic?
Sorry,
I
I
can't
said.
confirm if
I said.
Say
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto, for me.
I know my Twitch is set for mature viewers, but I don't know if my YouTube is.
I don't know if your YouTube is either. It didn't prompt me when I joined, but it really doesn't matter. Mine's not set to mature, and I don't think Falls is, but we still talk about mature subjects.
I was told the Twitch is a little bit more strict on that.
No, Twitch doesn't care as long as you don't show your dick, balls, or tits.
What fun is that? I'm kidding.
Alright, I'm gonna switch over to Twitch.
I mean, if you can't do that, then what's the point of watching?
And then I was hoping I could get the Hardwire Twitch info, so I could stream there.
That's up to Chris entirely if you want to stream directly to the Hardwire.
Chris gave me
Chris
the
put-
okay. I think he just said
When we were
Gold has
a long time ago, when we were talking about roles and shit on Hardwire, I was put in charge of Twitch, but that's entirely up to Chris if anyone can stream on that.
No, Chris already gave me the okay yesterday or the day before. I just need the details from unless Chris has them, but Chris didn't give them.
I have no details. I don't know what details you want.
I was the only one.
That's the details I got.
Me and Kimiko were the only two people who had details to Hardwire.
I mean, I did at one point, but I didn't do much with it. So I think there was an issue with Ike, and since then I don't know the password.
Well, obviously, it's not a problem. I mean, Medic.
I go with multiple liability. So if he asks for the password, it's not my.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of disconnected from this. I don't know the full repercussions of this decision. So, I mean, I'm kind of like, for you, Medic, I've known you a long time. I don't particularly have any issue with you running things or a stream under the Hardwire Twitch. But I mean, like, does that really require you having like all the admin info, or can we just like put you under?
Real quick, before we go any further into this discussion, the password's changed. I don't have the information anymore.
Okay, so I guess in that point, does
I'm sure I
anybody have the
it.
information anymore? Because if nobody has the information, then I'll just forget about it because it's lost.
Wasn't that the one that Kimiko had the info for?
Yes, that is the one Kimiko had.
It's not lost. I've talked to Kimiko plenty. I have all the info. I have it all written down. Assuming it's still valid, I haven't tried it, but you know, I'm assuming it's all valid.
I wonder if my Twitch bot can still connect to it.
I've been the guinea pig here in Ireland for most of the services, so I don't mind being the guinea pig on it.
You are robotic as fuck.
I know, right?
Like, you are horribly robotic right now.
Sorry, I'm trying to stream in 1080p. What do you want?
Hey, also, it says that our invitation to this fucking Discord is expired. I thought I set it to permanent. We need a couple people who like can we get this shit up and running?
Fuck.
Yeah, Chris,
Whoops.
you and I just need to get together.
Let's do it. I gave you all the admin permissions you need, man. Let's
Yeah, we need to talk about that. Gave it to a bunch of people, and that's fine. But you have to realize that those people get like full access to pretty much everything except making or breaking the server.
Yeah, no, I gave
I
it
set
to
up.
Why do we?
some other
Wait,
levels,
why do we
so-
need that?
which is fine.
don't
No,
need that.
I gave it to like
What?
I gave it to like three people, but all of whom I trust.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying you can set it up so they can have like a lot of admin, but not
Yeah.
full access to change everything as well. So I made some levels, the
that's what I mean.
captains and members and whatever. But
Well, I messed up.
go
What
over
do you
and make sure we're okay with what everybody can do.
I fucked
100%.
everything.
Hey,
For
Chris.
right now though, one second. For right now though, let's at least make it. We get a couple different channels where people can hop in. Maybe like one more lounge, more of this, more of that. Also, let's make sure that the team or the invite
What the?
link is permanent. I thought I said it's permanent. Maybe something changed. I don't know, but I just that people are able to hop on their TeamSpeak, for instance, click on a button and get here instantly. Also, you remember how everything was like in a banner, and it like click here, hey, every channel, click here, join our Discord. We need that again, and I need a staple link. If we can make that happen for starters, that would be great. And that would be
Aha!
What?
What?
I fixed.
I got a hardwire bot. You know, actually, I haven't seen you in a while, Yugi. I actually got another bot being made for me.
That's fine. I just wanted to see if mine still worked. Holy shit.
Whatever happened to Warframe bot?
It's in your channel.
It is?
Oh, no, it's not. No, it didn't automatically join. It's not set to auto join. Hold on.
I got a custom built one with the ducket system and everything.
The hardwire bot still has your ducats, by the way, if you want to transfer that file over to the one that's being made for you.
Oh, the guy, as far as I know, is already.
Can I ask what the guy's name is? Because I'm going to laugh my ass off if it's the guy I work with.
TXTSD?
No, okay, we're good.
So were you in the clown division, or did you stay with the lumberjacks?
I was in the clown division.
Dude, I don't know if you're probably I don't think you're on my Facebook. But I bought this creepy clown mask, and I gotta tell you, I would answer the door in this clown mask, and it was pretty fucking spooky. And people, they would be like freaking out, and yelling, like running away. I totally like I would feel bad. Like I felt I was too scary. Like I literally like were keeping people away. Like I can't even describe to you. I felt it was overkill. So, let me try to find a picture of this.
Hey Chris, are you having
Why are
like
people so afraid of clowns? But yeah, go ahead.
sorry, I must have misunderstood. I thought you were talking about the Twitch when you're saying, is there two different discussions going on? Because I was just asking about the Twitch details.
Oh, do you want the? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want the Twitch or the
Discord?
No, not the Discord. What the fuck? Twitch, Twitter. You wanted the Twitch, right?
Yeah, because I said I wanted to stream on the Hardwire Twitch. Are you also like playing around with Discord admins?
You're really breaking up, man. We're just trying to set you up, hopefully.